Konbanwa and welcome to Japan for Operation Falling Serpent. The aliens have crash-landed their UFO after an intense aerial dogfight, and while at first glance the site looks like a worthless swamp, don't be fooled. We're touching down in an ancient marshland arena that humans and aliens have battled over for years. Wait, let me check that. Yep, years. So with hundreds of ancestral spirits watching us advance, let's get this done right. First, a quick recap of our squad. Mad Cows, explosive engineer with a combat shotgun. Claymore and Dyslexy, pair of rookies with frags and flashbangs. Chris JSY, team medic and smoke grenadier. And Itphes, 2 mission infantrymen with a rifle and a heavy trigger finger. There's also Metalock, but my own personal biases mean I tend not to think of snipers as people.
Moving out.
But as long as they're a dedicated anti-alien avenger, we take all sorts in XCOM, and there's no better place for a sniper than a UFO map. Long War places squad sight at the start of the sniper perk tree, meaning no more awkward babysitting period as you wait for their long range to get unlocked. It's a change we'll take full advantage of, as Metalock sits behind the squad to provide long-range cover across the wide open sight lines. Which is just as well, because as the squad sails forward, there's contact on the starboard bow.
Here they come.
Claymore's spotted 3 sectoids, but her point man proficiency means everyone else has the chance to react with both their moves. The squad either full moves for full cover, or half moves for half, leaving their second action to double down and maximize their defense. As for our sniper, there's often a fair bit of thinking and planning involved when deciding which target to shoot, but in this case, Metalock only sees one, so the choice is pretty easy. Not like she's gonna hit anyway.
Adieu.
Ah, très bien. With one of the 3 bid a firm bon voyage, we hunker down and prepare for a reaction. To our left, the UFO door springs open. A poor sign and a problem for our future UFO clearing efforts, but for now, this fight is all we have. And with Overwatch keeping us pinned, we start with a French connection.
Il a son compte.
Mwah! Magnifique! Killing that rear sectoid takes the pressure off us, as now the only enemy left is firmly within flashbang range, meaning there's no risk or shame of taking some more coin flips.
Taken care of.
With some skillful shotgunning from Mad Cows, we can save that flashbang for later, and move on with no grenades expended. And I don't mean like last episode where I said we hadn't used any grenades but we actually had. This time I'm serious. No grenades have been used. At least, no grenades I know about.
La-di-dee, la-di-da, la-di-da. Oh, how's it going, Itphes? You mind tossing me some soap? What the fuck? I thought our therapist said to work on trust exercises.
Anyway, with combat concluded, we can continue towards the UFO with a new problem to deal with. The door has been prematurely opened, meaning our number 1 most successful tactic of door breaching is out of our reach. In any other circumstance, this could be merely inconvenient, but against the UFO, against the ship's outsider, a straight assault is not a good option. In Long War, outsiders are still as mobile and deadly as ever, but now they also have 10 hit points and will regenerate their health every turn you leave them alive. So, considering I already wanted them dead on the first turn in vanilla, you can bet that goes double for Long War. Luckily, even with the door opened, we still have ways of making a stealthy approach. Using a corner of the ship as a line of sight blocker, we slowly sneak into position. A point man up front leads the squad and they follow his footsteps, as one false move could spell doom and tragedy.
Heading to that location.
But subtlety is Itphes' middle name, and under his guidance, the squad sets up perfectly.
Moving to position. Something over here.
The reward for our subterfuge is a breach so good we didn't even need a door, and the trademark quick flanks of a small UFO takeover make downing this outsider dead simple. Mad Cows does most of the work, then leaves the credit for Dyslexy. 1 health outsiders are a good luck charm for rookies. It's like snapping a wishbone. But this wishbone had friends. and they scurry back in time to catch us in the act.
No, it's the murderers!
Is Ollie okay? Are you okay, Ollie?
Oh, damn it.
They scurry out of sight just as quickly as they'd entered it, which puts us in an awkward position. In XCOM, there's no enemy as dangerous as the one you can't see, except maybe sectopods, or chrysalids, or thin men, or muton elites, or mutons, or drones, or pretty much any of them really. But the point is, if you can't see the enemy, you can't kill them, suppress them, or really do much to stop them from shooting you. So that's why we hunker our troops down as best we can, and let the sectoids come to us.
Oh god, I see it, Marv, I'm gonna get him!
One sectoid's made a huge dashing charge in some kind of homicidal quest for vengeance, but unfortunately for the grey side, they're both well within range of our retaliation. From how much distance he covered, I'm assuming the other sectoid made a half move, then overwatched. So we'll kick things off with an HE nade to blow up his cover.
Going out.
Yeah, that's not what I needed. Long War's randomized explosive damage extends to cover destruction as well, meaning that little pile of scrap he's hiding behind was just too tough for Mad Cow's grenade. And Mad Cow's is pretty good for grenades, so that's a shocker. Undeterred, we go for plan B. Claymore disables the Overwatch with a nicely thrown flashbang, and Chris JSY meets the monsters head on.
On my way.
No! I've got a wife and 3 kids, no!
Taken care of.
Gilbert! Gilbert, now!
It's a grim business, but one my soldiers are more than used to.
Bye-bye. Chalk up another one.
So ends Operation Falling Serpent, and it's thanks to the skill and determination of these troops that we've captured this UFO intact, and with 0 casualties. Or should I say, 0 human casualties.
Mrs. Gilbert, I'm afraid we have some bad news about your husband.
Jesus, that's depressing. The way I see it, if you've got time to question whether aliens have feelings or morals or souls, then that's time you're not spending killing extraterrestrial monsters that threaten our way of life. In XCOM's business, that kind of thing is called procrastination. And I'd hate to be caught procrastinating. So let's get on with the promotions.
Outstanding. Not only did our troops return safely, but the meld they recovered will certainly advance our development of new technologies based on this substance.
Yeah, awesome, Shen. Make more gadgets or whatever. Love it. Back in the real world of military paperwork, let's finalize these rank ups. At Lance Corporal, Itphes can take Executioner to be deadlier against wounded enemies, or Steadfast to panic less when his teammates panic. But the infantry class is one that can provide incredibly powerful Overwatch later down the line. And so Overwatch is how I like to specialize my infantry. We pick Covering Fire, an ability that allows Itphes Overwatchers to trigger not only on enemy movement, but on enemy attacks and grenade throws as well. This perk didn't get a lot of love in vanilla, but it comes in handy more often than you think, and I look forward to showing it off to you all. No more real choices to be done after that. Dyslexia and Claymore have both been assigned as scout snipers, and I wouldn't waste either of their talents sitting 5 miles back behind a scope, so they're both headed for the Lightning Reflexes School of Survival. In base management, we sell some scrapped parts, and our first Long War Shiv is born into the world. I christen my robot son with a fitting name, and he's ready for action. It's no time at all before another small UFO dares to operate in sovereign XCOM waters, and Game Show heads up to meet the next contestant.
We have eyes on the bandit.
We take a couple more hits than we'd like, but the UFO's down, and Game Show's not. And with this morning's UFO squad on fatigue rest, it's time for a new team to bring home the bacon. With Obrecht's large machine gun and fashionable hat, he's undeniably the leading man of this new UFO strike force. Kernzy rides along to provide long-range support with his equally impressive facial hair, and Geraldo is here to throw grenades and spray things with buckshot. Let's do it!
Touching down.
Well, if we hadn't shot him down, I'd say the aliens just stopped for a drink. Join us next time as we clear a Japanese bar and beyond, in search of downed UFOs on Operation Fading Fog. Until then, have a good one.